This is ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Adam Morallee here. We're at the official press conference for the announcement for Zhilei Zhang versus Joyce 2 in London. Adam, thank you very much for joining me. It's nice to meet you. How are you? Just how did today go for you? What did you think of today's event?
Look, it went well. Joe has never been, the biggest fan of press conferences and putting himself out there, but I thought he handled himself well today. He's focused, he's on it, and I think that came across to the public.
Yeah, that first fight wasn't too long ago now. What was the immediate reaction to kind of the morning after, the weeks after for Joe? Was there a debrief within the team? Can you just give us a bit of insight into what it was like?
He lost the fight, he went to hospital, we thought he had a broken orbital bone. Joe's girlfriend is an A&E nurse at King's, and she got us into King's. We waited there. It was like, normal Saturday night, people getting injured, and Joe was in there. He was upset, obviously, he thought he'd broken his eye. We were there till 4 or 5 in the morning. We got the all clear. He went back. It was pretty devastating for him and devastating for the team. I look around at our team members like Jess, Harry, Shane. People are very upset, and you've got to let the emotion pass for a while and then get back to business and understand what happened, what actually happened in that fight, what happened in camp, why didn't it work, and break it down. And that's what we did. I think there's so much we learned from that fight and so much we're going to put right.
No, fantastic. Big September on big event in September, the 23rd, of course. In London, there was talk there about whether there was a possibility of the fight being in China at all. From your side, how likely was that as a possibility? Was it ever seriously spoken about?
Not seriously. It was spoken about. This whole 14 million people watched it on TikTok, and apparently Chinese TikTok, and it was like £1 a buy over there, but I don't know if 14 million people buy it. I don't think it made 14 million quid. There was talk, but it was never really so serious.
Right. Fair enough. And in terms of what the next 3 months look like for Joe, just kind of any sort of insight you give us in terms of what he's going to be working on, what camp's going to be like, how it's going to be.
He's going to fly out to August. He's going to fly out to Vegas next, probably July 10th, and we've got a very prolonged period of intense sparring set up. He'll come back into England early September. We'll continue that sparring. We'll bring Salas over with us and his strength and conditioning team, Larry Wade and Devron, and then we'll work that from 2nd of September up to fight week, which is like the 16th, and then fight week he'll relax, do a few things in fight week, but really all the work will be done by then.
Fantastic. Just 2 more questions from me, Adam. Joyce wins on September 23rd. What's the best / most realistic fight for him next? What position is he then in? I know the heavyweight division, it's a bit of a mess at the moment. Don't need to kind of go into what's happening with Fury and Joshua and Wilder and White, but what do you think kind of the beginning of 2024 / the end of 23 could look like for Joyce?
So Joe will be the interim WBO champ if he wins, and the rotation system is such that I think the WBA is Usyk Dubois, that's that defence going on now. Then it's the IBF, which is Ergovic. Hopefully that will have happened by then, or be happening. I think it might not happen, and I think what you might see happen is Fury Usyk in December, and then the winner vacating the belts. So Joe, I'd say Q1 2024 is when his mandatory should happen. That could even be Dubois. That it could be vacated and Joe becomes champion, gets elevated. But Q1 2024 is when that fight happens. I don't want to hang around though. Joe is an active heavyweight, and I'd like to see Joe fight again 3 months later in December 2023 against a contender like a Dillian White or something with that WBO interim. Keep delivering for the fans.
Yeah. As you know, look, Joyce is one heavyweight who is active and will fight anyone. That's one thing we know about Joyce. Final question from me. Slightly off topic. Florian Marku, been out of the ring for a little while. Any news you can give us?
Florian Marku is back in August. He's back in August. Date to come soon. But Florian Marku's back.
Dylan Moran, is that the guy who's fighting?
Yeah, possibly. Can't confirm or deny names right now, but Florian Marku's back, and he's back in August.
Adam Morallee, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, cheers.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Thank you.